Breaking news today. Russia, holy. A holy war? Katherine Kelaidis explains why the Russian Orthodox Church supports Putin's aggression toward Ukraine. Xenia Denon argues that Patriarch Kirill's ideas mask more primitive forms of waging war. Russia's current actions in its war with Ukraine have nothing to do with sanctity. This collection of essays by Katherine Kelaidis, however, argues that religion itself is a factor in the current geopolitical situation. Recently, a protester in the Siberian city of Novosibirsk daubed, "Do not kill," in red paint within the precincts of a Russian Orthodox cathedral dedicated to Russia's 20th-century martyrs, highlighting the blasphemous nature of the link between the Russian Orthodox Church and the murder of thousands in the Ukraine war. Kelaidis has a strong connection to the values of her Greek Orthodox community in the United States and an excellent understanding of the global scope of orthodoxy in the modern world. Her articles for Religion Dispatches span the years 2018 to 2020 and are broken up into 4 distinct sections. Part 1 examines the background of Eastern Orthodoxy, Part 2 focuses on Patriarch Kirill and his support for the Ukraine war, Part 3 delves into the international shenanigans of the Moscow Patriarchate, and Part 4 discusses the internal conflicts within Orthodoxy. The book's structure as a collection of shorter articles prevents it from providing the kind of comprehensive picture that would have resulted from a more sustained narrative. Kelaidis paints with a broad brush. The complexity of the Russian Orthodox Church and Patriarch Kirill's fixation on Russian nationalism and imperial greatness is well beyond the scope of her brush, despite her extensive knowledge of Russian history. She labels the Russian Orthodox Church as anti-democracy and obscurantist. The Russian Orthodox Church has, to say the least, a bad track record on issues of political liberty and civil rights. This oversimplification ignores the many Russian Orthodox believers like Father Gleb Yakunin, Boris Talantov, Anatoly Levitin-Krasnov, and Alexander Solzhenitsyn who fought for religious freedom and human rights during the Soviet era. Moreover, not all members of the Russian Orthodox Church supported the Soviet government, as the true Orthodox Church made clear they would not. Is it possible to classify the conflict with Ukraine as a religious war? However, these are merely useful trappings for Vladimir Putin, whose aims are crudely geopolitical, despite Patriarch Kirill's interpretation of it as a war against the Western powers of darkness in defense of traditional values and what he sees as human virtue in his pronouncements. This is not a holy war, but rather a land grab by war criminals who will have their own Nuremberg to attend. Russian expert and Keston Institute, Oxford chairman Xenia Denon. Russia, holy. A holy war? Reasons why Russian religion supports Putin's war against Ukraine. Kelaidis, This New News.